back from a long YouTube break. Sorry about that, guys. I know some of y'all been wondering why am I not filming. I'm still planning on filming this fall, and I'm gonna go ahead and start right now. Had to work on a real estate license, and just signed on with Mossy Oak Properties, selling recreational hunting land, recreational/hunting land. So now that that's knocked out, and I'm starting to list property and find property for buyers, I can focus on preparing for deer season. So, should have filmed some before, but I kind of had to go ahead and get a bunch of stuff done. I show a little picture on the screen here. Got one plot done. There's a big live oak out there. Also some yellow acorns, but also a giant live oak right there that is dropping and is loaded. Got a little yellow acorns, like I said. Got wheat. Overseeded a bunch of wheat, twice the recommended rate, with a little bit of peas. And then next picture, familiar spot to those of you that follow the channel. Put in the structure on both plots. I like using sorghum Sudan just to kind of give that added security to bucks. Also makes for a good screen entrance and exit to the stand location. So that's planted, ready to go. This particular plot, I did not disc it up, so I'm going all no-till on this one. So I've got enough thatch and dead organic material on the ground that it should sprout pretty well. Same thing on this one, wheat and peas. So I figured I'd give the reasoning behind why am I using wheat. So the reason why I'm using wheat more so, and the ratio is probably 80% wheat to 20% peas, is because peas, although they're very digestible and very desirable to deer, especially in that early season draw, when the summer browse pressure is, there's a summer stress period where the browse is starting to kick back some. So those bucks and deer in general are seeking out high carbohydrate food sources, especially the bucks. They're bulking up for rut. So a pea, what happens is they nip it below the cotyledon, which is basically the heartbeat of the plant. And what happens is that plant ceases to throw trifoliates, which is basically new growth. So you just have a bunch of little green, looks like green toothpicks out there, and nothing else is going to grow from that point on. So it doesn't take very long for deer to wipe out your whole entire food plot. Whereas wheat, if you plant wheat really, really thick early, that just allows you more hunting time on that food plot. The deer is still going to browse it a lot. It's chock full of carbohydrates and protein, and it's the TDN rate, which is the total digestible nutrient, is very, very high on wheat. So that's why I tend to go towards wheat. I've been doing it for the last several years, and it's worked really well for me. So another thing is overseeding it twice the recommended seed rate. The reason I'm doing that is because it's going to increase your stem count, so you're going to have a high stem count on the wheat, and that's going to make it more tender and more palatable to the deer. So anyhow, that's what I've done today. Right now I'm going to go spread some triple 13 on some brassica plots. I've got 2 plots that are no-till that are just brassica. I'm going to spread some triple 13 on those, and I'm going to get with my buddy Nick Thompson and help him plant 2 of his plots today. So that's kind of what we're doing today. All the cameras are out. I have 0 shooter deer right now, 0 target bucks right now, but I'm not really concerned about that because this time of the year, normally I would have some some target deer on camera right now, but I think we've had so much rain locally that the summer stress period really hadn't been as defined right now. But with testosterone levels changing in bucks and them shedding velvet soon, I think I'll see a shift here pretty soon, and I'll pick up some target deer. So that's what I'm doing today. Y'all come join me. We'll see if we can get some work done. I got some screening cover here. This is my access to this little ground blind. Y'all follow the channel, you've seen me hunt this little spot before. So I come up in here and there's a bunch of sugar aphids that got into this stuff, and they've killed this sorghum back pretty good. There's my bucket that I sit on. Here's the stand, or the blind. Screening cover all right here and all on the edge. Maybe this will get decently high. Nebraskas seem to be doing decent. You can see them coming up a little bit in here. So here's the view from the looking back at the ground blind. So I've got a little easy in and out access right here. Hunt this, anything westerly is really good here. So the reason why I planted Nebraskas here on this plot is the deer density is just super high right here, and I can't ever get anything to like really take and grow really well. So these Nebraskas really aren't desirable this time of year. So if I can get the tonnage up, maybe by the time October rolls around, it'll give a pretty good pull for a buck. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread this fertilizer real quick and get out of here. All right, it's hot. I'm going to put triple 13 on this Nebraska plot. You got a corner down there, a bunch of sorghum Sudan all the way down the edge, and right here. That helps to access. And stand right up there. Got a little back door access. You see brassicas coming up pretty good out through here. So triple 13, gonna spread this and get on down the road, go see what Nick's up to.
All my credit cards.
Alright, well, switch shirts. That last one was nasty. And I'm about to go meet Nick, if I can back out properly here. Heading on down the road. I don't really, those Nebraska plots are about 10 days old, so they're not that, they're pretty new. And I probably should have sprayed one more time before I planted. I've been kind of controlling the weeds so I could keep a layer of thatch to no-till sow into. And I don't know. We'll see kind of what it looks like around October. If it's not looking good, doesn't respond to this fertilizer good, that'll just kind of tell me that both those plots are a fail and I'll need to replant. But I feel like within a month's time, probably should fill in pretty well. But I'm gonna run down the road here and we'll see what Nick's got done. Alright, well, we planted some Egyptian wheat back here for screen cover, but it's our first year planting. And honestly, I don't think the soil pH was right. Also has some geese coming from this pond. And they tore up all that Egyptian wheat pretty good. So, I'll give y'all a little run around here, what it looks like. Huh? I'm just gonna Show everybody what it looks like. Meet Warner. Warner, meet people.
How's it going?
Nick.
On again.
Alright, so you got a pond right here. Some pretty rich soil. Sprayed all this with 2,4-D, Roundup, crop oil, and I believe some ammonium sulfate. Got a pretty good termination on it. And here's the back door access to the tree. So slide in here, got cover all right here. Got the lifeline here, going way on up. If you can see, a little corner of the lock-on is facing that way. But pretty dynamite, bulletproof access on this. And here's the plot right here. It kind of goes all the way back, but anticipating buck to come out of this little draw right here into the pond. Got a lot of privet, big thicket way up in here, and you got a destination food source out here, a bunch of beans. So this is a pretty good example of, you know, a satellite food plot. You're just catching the deer staging up right here before they go out to the beans after dark, or after the peanuts, sorry, after dark. So it looks pretty good. This is the type of little out of the way spot that you can kill a mature buck at in Georgia. So we're gonna get spreading this seed and get to work. Load me up. I hope. That's a lot easier having somebody pull it in the bag for you. All right. Nick's about to disc everything in lightly disking it in. I'm gonna walk y'all out here. So you got your peas, it's your iron clay. It's your iron clay pea. That's your wheat. So he's gonna lightly disc all this in. Like I told y'all before, the peas aren't gonna last long, but I just get a little bit of attraction power. There's already a peanut field over here. The later the stage of the peanut, seems like they don't hit them as hard. They're still gonna be browsing those peanuts. But like I said, this wheat's more digestible, more tender. But you've got a big water oak. He's got a giant water oak right there. And there's a bunch of pecan trees all in here. It's basically an old pecan orchard. But look at this tree right here. Deer are gonna be wearing out those pecans this fall once they start falling. And it's chock loaded. Bunch of pecans in here, loaded. Another thing I like about this plot is all this privet back in here. So late season, there'll be a lot of food in there. They'll be browsing on all that privet. So you got pecans, a water oak, and privet. So may not pay off early season. We're gonna replant this anyhow, October. But we're gonna try see if we can pull a early season buck in here, a mature one. Here's the stand. All right, y'all, so that's a wrap. That's what we've been doing. Putting in a bunch of these food plots. We hadn't shown y'all all of them, but most of them. We got another one to do. But I think that's gonna wrap up this video because there's only so much dirt one wants to watch turn. See y'all next time.